What up, PokeNet? In this video, we're going to go over how I deck build. So I got things kind of out here ready, all the different things I need when I'm going through this. Um, so if you watched how I stay organized video, this we'll go through these a little bit more, but this has all my trainers, supporters, energies, stadiums. This has all of that in that. So we'll take another look at that. This binder is, it's our trade binder, but it also has all of our playable stuff in it too. So not everything in here is actually up for trade, but that's what this is. This is our trade binder with some of the stuff I need when we start building decks. And then the box over here has all the overflow of trainers, supporters, items, all of that is in here. So if I don't find what I want in the binder, then I have to go over here to the box. And then for this deck, I only am going to need the playable bulk I. So I have playable bulk that I've separated away from all the rest of the bulk. And so I have H, I, and J now all separated out. And so I only need I for this, and so I've got that here. And then because rotation just happened, I have a ton of extra uh, deck boxes and sleeves. Usually I don't have this much. I might have one or two, or I have to go get some sleeves or something like that. But luckily right now, I got a plethora. Um, and then I have the deck list, how I'm going to be putting things together. So I usually go through and find what I want to build. Today, I want to build this month's budget build of the month. So that's going to be a short I'm going to make. And this is the deck we're going to be building. So we're building the Team Rockets um, Mewtwo EX deck. This just took third place in a huge tournament in Japan, and it also only costs $17 or something like that. I mean, this is crazy how cheap this deck is. Um, so I wanted to make a special short video on it. So we're going to do the budget build of the month, and so that's what we're putting together today. So for that, I already, I've got all these different deck boxes, different different sleeve colors, right? So this is blue with blue. Kind of depends on what I'm building. I don't always match them up, right? This is gold with gold sleeves. This had for a long time had gold dango, right? So it's gone. Um, but I actually wanted to use our pink sleeves that we have for uh, the Mewtwo EX deck. So, and then because it's Team Rockets, it's also getting the red deck box. So that's what we're using to build today. So get these guys out of the way. So I've got the deck box sleeves picked out. Um, so that's what I'm going to be doing when I finally start putting the deck together. The first thing I always do is I actually go through and find all the EX Pokemon first, because I want to make sure I have kind of the more expensive pieces kind of ready to go. So that's where we're going to dive into this binder first. We're going to find the few Pokemon EXs that we're going to need. Then we'll go find the other Pokemon, and then we'll jump into the trainer supporters, and we'll look at that too. So some of these things will slide out of the way for now. All right, so this is saying I need two Team Rockets Mewtwo EXs and one Lily's Clefairy. So I have this binder set up with EXs here at the front, and this is all in order. So we go grass, fire, water, electric into psychic. So luckily these Pokemon are both psychic, right? So I need two Team Rockets. So luckily I got both of those in here, and a Lily's Clefairy EX. Unfortunately, I only have one of those in here. So I have some of those in other binders. I may go collect them and fill them back in here if I'm going to need them. So um, luckily, uh, that's it. That's all we need for our our EX Pokemons. Part of why this deck was so cheap. So anyway, so we got those. But as you can see, as we go through here, I have Psychic into fighting, into our Dark, and I try to keep things kind of somewhat organized, but realistically, I just kind of start putting things around. I tried to keep the loyal three together because Parker really likes them. And so we got the loyal three. We got one of his favorite cards in here. So again, some of this is for trade. Some of this though is for deck building. It kind of just depends on what I'm doing. And so then once we get through all the EXs, then we go into full arts. Again, most of this is for trade, but sometimes if I'm building a deck and we want to bling it out, or Parker really likes a certain Pokemon, then we'll use this. And then we get into all the V's, V stars, V maxes. Again, all that stuff's going to be trade stuff. But man, one of the coolest things I found was this Japanese Pikachu V Union. Hit me up in the description. Did you see V Unions? Have you ever played a V Union before? They were kind of tricky, but you gotta hit me in the comments. Have you seen the V Unions? And then please smash the like button. We're doing our best to grow the channel, put out great content. So some of the best way for us to do that is for you guys to be liking, supporting the channel, giving us some comments. So let us know what you think about that. But anyways, I love that Pikachu V Union. I think it's awesome. All right, so we'll get this one out of the way. We don't need to worry about that, and then we'll jump into the rest of the Pokemon. So this is going to be the bulk, and so I'm just going to go down the list. In here, I have it divided. The one section has all the shinies. So this is all rares or even reverse hollows. So everything in this section is all shiny. And so I usually start building decks from here just because I like all the shiny stuff. So we need a 4/4 line of the Team Rockets Tarantula. So there's one. See if we can find all four that we 4 and 4 out of here. Let's see what we got. I think we'll need a Team Rocket Sneasler too. Yeah. So right now I'm just looking through. I'm going to see if I can find Team Rocket's Pokemon, and then I'll look to see are those ones we actually need. And so a lot of times I'll throw them out here, and then I'll go through and count up what I actually am needing and looking for. I think so far we're doing pretty good. Found a decent amount. So again, this is all the playable bulk. Some of this stuff isn't super playable, but things that I've seen in deck builds or that I thought would be good. So I came through and I separate it from my regular bulk and I throw it in here. And then occasionally I'll go back and find things that are in my regular bulk that need to be put with playable bulk. So see, we're getting pretty close here on the Spidops for sure. Yeah, so I think I haven't played this deck in a long time. Interesting, I think post rotation it seems to be doing a little bit better. I don't know if that's because the people who have been used to playing it are pretty good with it, or um, for some reason in the matchups it's been doing better. It'd be interesting to see how this deck runs, and super excited for this to be the like I said, the budget build of the month. Man, I don't know if I need any more Spidops. I definitely don't need all four of those. All right, so I think that's only our second Tarantula. Oh yeah, there's our third. See if we can get one more here that's shiny. Doesn't look like it. So I gotta go find one more Team Rocket's Tarantula, and then looks like I'm probably gonna need Team Rocket's Mimikyu. Um, so we've gone through all the nice looking stuff, you could say. So let's dig in here again. This is all eye based um, playable bulk. Well, there's one Team Rocket's Mimikyu. I'm gonna need two of those. This Team Rocket's Mimikyu is nice because it's again a free retreater. There's another one. All right, so I think we need To finish it off, I think we need one tarantula. Let's see if we can find a green tarantula in here. So that Mimikyu is nice, even if you're not going to ever use its attack. The fact that it has free retreat becomes big in certain plays. So see if we can find this last tarantula, and then we'll be done with our Pokemon, which is pretty crazy. Uh, Found all these things pretty easy, but I think that's because I do a lot of work on the side trying to get this stuff organized. I used to actually organize it by typing. I don't do that anymore. I found that that took way too much time. It was way easier for me just to throw them all together and then search through them myself. So see, it'll be interesting to see how long it takes me to get this deck put together. I mean, I usually feel like I can get it done in, I don't know, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Never filmed it before. No idea how different that's going to make it. All right, there we go. There's a maybe the last Team Rocket's Tarantula. I think that's all we need. So let's see here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 4 those. Then we need 4 Spidops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we don't need that one. All right, so that gives us our 4/4 line there. We already have our 2 Mewtwo EX. Then we needed our 2 Team Rockets Mimikyu, 2 Team Rockets Articuno. So we got those out of there. 1 Team Rockets Sneasel, and that. So there we go. We got all the Pokemon. That went pretty good. I'm glad we had all those. I don't have to go source them out of other decks, or sometimes I'll have to go into like the master set binders occasionally. I don't love doing that, but realistically, once I'm done playing, so maybe be another video we're going to look at. Once I'm done playing with all these decks, I'll take them apart and then I'll go look in their master set binders to see if I'm missing anything that are coming out of decks. All right, so that does it for all our Pokemon. All right, so then we'll get this out of the way. All right, then we can get into the the big binder. This thing is the smallest it's going to get right now because I've taken out all the G. So this is about as thin as it's going to be. This thing is a monster. Um, I know if we listen to other videos, right, they tell us not to double stack some of these, but I put play sets in here. Everything in this binder is going to get played with, so I'm not storing it in here to kind of keep them pristine, right? I've got play sets in here. Um, I've got all of our our A specs that we have here. So we have some of our play stamped ones. We have like an old Master Ball. So again, it kind of depends on what I'm building. So these are all the extra A specs we have that we're going to be building with. And then next I have it going into items and tools. I have these together because they used to all be items, right? So when we first started doing this, even tools were still called items, I believe. So that's why they're together anyway. So items and tools are together. If they are right side up, then it's a play set. So I have 4 of them in here of those. If they're upside down, then I don't have a play set. And that just helps me know when I go back through what I need to find to fill this up. Unfortunately, don't have 8 extra Pokepads right now. So 4 is not too bad at the moment. So um, starting with, we have all our items and everything there. And then this goes in reverse order of when the sets came out. So, up here we have the brand new Perfect Order. Then we go into Ascended Heroes, and then into Phantasmal Flames, Mega. And so it just goes backwards in what came out in those sets. So um, yeah, so as we continue back, we have all those all those items and tools, and then it goes into stadiums. Same thing. If they're right side up, I have a play set. Upside down, I have less than a play set. Then I go into supporters. So here we got all our supporters again, going in reverse order from newest to oldest. And you can see in some places I have double um, of those supporters or items, and that's because they're super playable. So I have 8 in here if I've got the 2 play sets. So yeah, 2 sets of bosses orders, 2 lilies determinations, um, and then after that we go into special energies. So here's all the special energies that we have that are in rotation right now, and then I go into my deck building energies. So these are all shinies, some golds or something like that. Um, so we got a variety of different energies we're running in there too. It looks like the cat's trying to come help us. What's up, Magic? So, anyways, um, I again when I go with this, I just go down my list and I see what do I need. I find it. I get the number out. So we'll come back to the A spec when we get to that. So to start with here, I can't tell, is that a Team Rockets Giovanni? So it says we need 3 Team Rockets Giovanni. So I'll take out the 3 I need, put one back upside down. So there's those 3. 3 Team Rockets Archer. 1, 2, 3. I'll turn this one upside down. So then, every once in a while, then what I'll do is I'll go back through the big box and I'll fill these back up, get them all back to where they need to be. All right, then saying we need 3 lilies determination. It's a little bit easier if it says I need 4 of all these, because then I just grab the playset, right? Instead of 3 of everything. That's kind of crazy. All right, 2 Team Rockets Ariana. So yeah, I've been using this binder for deck building. I think for at least 3 years now. Um, Always been the easiest for me to kind of get things set up. Um, 2 Team Rockets Proton. Um, and because we're always building different decks, testing them out. Not that we can't do it on TCG Live as well, but we also like playing in person, especially when it's Parker and I. So we like deck testing together. So that's why a lot of times I'm building a lot of decks. I'm going through them, taking them apart. I mean, while sometimes that gets to be a lot of work, it's also gives me something kind of mind numbing that I get to go do. So, all right, so we got all the supporters. Luckily, we had them all in there. Now we're gonna go find some items. So it says we need 4 Ultra Balls. I think we'll go with these 4. Okay, so there's 4 Ultra Balls. 4 Team Rockets transceivers. 3 bug catching sets. Yeah, and with a lot of these, I put our high, like I put reverses, play stamped, hollow versions in here, because when we're building these, I also like to play with the fun stuff that we've pulled or gotten. So um, once it starts getting emptied out of the fancy stuff, then we just have like basic ones that aren't quite as exciting, I think. All right, so 2 night stretchers, 1 E switch. So I gotta go find where the new E switch ended up at. All right, energy switch. Okay, I'm gonna grab the Brave Bengal here real quick too. So, man, I don't have many Brave Bengals. We didn't open much black and white. Unfortunately, it was hard to get a hold of. We had a lot of stuff going on last summer when it came out. Um, so I didn't really open much black or white. So we don't have many of those trainers or supporters. I need 3 Team Rockets Factory. Oh, not 3 over here, 1 under here upside down. All right. Then we need the maximum belt. I'm not going to use the stamped one, so we'll just put the regular maximum belt. And then we need our energies. So getting pretty close here. So we got 7 grass energies. So the way this usually works is I put hollow energies on one side, play stamped hollow energies on another side. And then if I have any other things I like, or if we're running out of room, so then I got some golds in the middle, depending on what decks they are. Again, I'm not putting the gold energies in here unless we're going to start tournament playing with it. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 grass. And then we need 4 Team Rockets energy. And there they are. So again, that makes it so much easier for me to go through and deck build when I'm doing it that way, when I have these things kind of separated out. So, I mean, heck, next, all I got to do is start sleeving, right? So, again, these were already used in another deck, so I already have 60 sleeves. I don't got to count them out. But that does help me out sometimes when I find I need to I get the deck built and I start sleeving and I'm like, dang, I'm short somewhere. Like, what am I missing, right? Like, what happened? Um, and so that's a good way too. Then I know that I get every card I was hoping to. Um, so, anyways, so let's just get these all sleeved up, and then we'll be done. I mean, heck, I don't think that took me too long. Um, Again, this is going to be for a video we got coming out. Um, that's going to be the budget build of the month. I haven't done it in a little bit. It's been a few months. I've been slacking on the budget build of the month videos. So this should be a really fun one. I'm really excited to get this video out. And then Parker and I will start play testing a little bit. This will give me a good opportunity to show him what Team Rocket's Mewtwo looks like. Give him the opportunity to find out the best way to play it with his deck. You know, it's tough at juniors. It's hard for me sometimes to know what he's going to see or not see. It's a little different than masters. Um, but I think if I play a variety of different things, he at least knows how to attack it, what his best plays are. And yeah, I mean, I think while I'm not going to be great playing all of these decks, I think I have the main idea for the most part. So this will be one I'm excited for because I do like this deck. Again, I haven't played it in a while. I like the sleeve combo. I love the pink sleeves. Now this used to have Gardevoir in it, so thank goodness I got to get rid of that deck. That was one of my least favorite decks to play against. Do you have a deck that you're glad is going out of rotation? You know, are you glad that that Goldango's gone or Charizard's gone? Hit me in the description, right? Give me a deck that you're happy is gone. I'm going to put mine in, which is going to be Gardevoir. I'm so happy Gardevoir is gone. Um, Not my favorite deck to play against, and that's been going back for 3 years now, practically. Right, it's been out for a long time. I remember playing Reggie Drago against Gardevoir and hating it. So yeah. So anyways, we'll get these finished sleeved up. I'll get it into our deck divider box. I'm not sure what to call it. Our where we keep all our decks. So I'll get that up here and show you what we got going with that. I'm always glad to be able to get through rotation. And this year I was a little more set up than I was last year. I had things already ready to go. I had things set up to make the rotation happen better. So I feel a little more comfortable this year than I did, especially last year and the year before for rotation. And the first time we had rotation, I had no idea what was going on. Parker and I were very new to Pokemon TCG. He had asked to play. He had got some free Pokemon packs for Halloween, right? Some of the Halloween trick or treat packs, and opened them, and he loved them. So then we got a few packs, and then he said he wanted to learn. He wanted to start playing. Well, he was playing by his own rules, and I didn't. I didn't like that. He would just make stuff up, and I would always lose. So that's when we decided to learn. how do we actually play Pokemon. And at the time, he really liked Eternatus because of Sword and Shield. So I just looked up an Eternatus deck and I built it for him, and he loved it. It's still to this day one of his favorite decks to play. And then I learned people were like, "Oh man, but that's going out of rotation," and I was so confused. He only got to play that deck for like a month or two before rotation happened. I was pretty bummed. Uh, so, anyways, get these last three out of here. Man, this was a pretty dang easy deck to put together, and going to be super cheap. Like I said, I think it said this was going to be like 1780. But you got to realize, right? We don't have very many of the expensive cards in here. We're not running, Pheasantipity, which can sometimes be a little pricier. We're not running the Meowth EX, which right now is like 10, 11 bucks. Um, so that's what we got going there, right? So there's our deck. We got that put together, hopefully in record time. I think that went together pretty dang smooth. But again, I had to do a lot of work to get everything prepared. I all the time I'm back here getting things just separated out and put where they need to go, and that's so it makes this so much easier. So thank you guys for watching and tuning in. Again, please hit the like if you enjoyed the video. Give us a comment if you have a favorite deck that's going out of rotation. That would be super awesome. Otherwise, have a Poketastic day.